So before I get into what's up in February, Judy's already mentioned the Atlantic Photo Supply Outreach event on the 4th. Young Naturalists Club has asked to have a Star Guide session for February 28th, rain date March 1st, out at York Redoubt. So I've agreed to go out there. Anyone else who wants to come out, bring their scope?
What date?
February 28th or March 1st if it's rainy. And I believe deadline for the next edition of Nova Notes next submission is February 15th. 7. Okay. So, sun this month. So it is getting lighter earlier and darker a little later, but it's still a good time of the year for observing and imaging. Lots of nice dark hours. Next. This is the sun today, and I've circled this particular sunspot, AR3976. It's one to watch. Yesterday, it unleashed a M6.7 solar flare with a coronal mass ejection, which will not hit us. So probably no northern lights as a result of it, but it'll be we may get a side swipe, but that's a pretty active sunspot. It's part of a much larger group of sunspots, and we may get some aurora if we have a clear night with relatively little moonlight over the next week. Next, please. So the moon this month is, I guess, the big news is that the planets feature in close proximity to the moon throughout the month. So tonight, the moon will be near Venus and Neptune, and if it clears, it's supposed to clear by 6. So just after sunset, worth going out and looking at the crescent moon near Venus. First quarter of the snow blinding moon is February 3rd. On the 5th, the moon will be near the Pleiades. On the 6th, it'll be near Jupiter. On the 9th, it'll be near Mars. And on the 10th, near the Beehive cluster. So fairly short space of time, the moon's going to be near a number of planets. Full moon is February 12th. The last quarter is the 20th. On the 23rd, anyone interested in lunar features, Mare Orientale will be visible, but you need to get up early, 6 a.m. in the morning. But the libration of the moon is such that there should be a decent view of that particular feature. The new moon, the maple sugar moon, is February 27th, and then on the 28th, the moon will be near Mercury and Saturn. Next, please. So this is what you'll see tonight through 7x50 binoculars. So a nice crescent moon, Venus, and if you look closely, you'll see Neptune hiding just down below the moon. And on the 5th, always a nice view of the Seven Sisters and just past the first quarter moon. Next. On the 8th, the moon, nearly full moon, and Mars. And on the 16th, again, the nearly big moon and Beehive cluster. As always, around the time of the first quarter is a good time to look at various lunar features involved in Explore the Universe, as well as Explore the Moon programs from RASC. So that would be between February 1st and 5th. Um, Everything in this area is going to be nicely shadowed. So lots of contrast to those features. Next, please. This is, remember I said on the 23rd, uh, look for Mare Orientale. So just a little bit of write-up here about it. You need a lot of near maximum Western libration um, for this particular feature to be visible. I took this shot a few years ago, and it's not the greatest, but you can see just the edge of Mare Orientale and surrounding Lacus Veris and Lacus Autumni. Um, and you see here where that was. So maybe the 23rd is going to be even a bit better. Next, please. So the planets. After the middle of February, Mercury will re-emerge, and it'll be visible low in the west after sunset. Near Saturn on the 25th, and near a young crescent moon on the 28th. Venus is brilliant in the night sky after sunset. As I said, close to the waxing crescent tonight. Mars is still in Gemini. It's getting a little dimmer than it was at opposition. So it's starting to move away from us. But close to the moon on the 9th of February. Jupiter's prominent in Taurus after sunset. You look almost straight up, you can't miss it. Saturn is a tough one now. It's in Aquarius and visible fairly low in the western horizon after sunset until mid-month. By the middle of February, Saturn is going to be pretty much lost in the glow from the sun, the setting sun. Near Mercury on the 25th and near a young crescent moon on the 28th. Uranus is visible in Aries after sunset. Neptune is in Pisces, visible after sunset, but it sets soon after sunset by the mid-month. So we're going to lose Neptune by the end of February for sure. Next, please. So this is what you'll see on the 25th with Skymaster 15 by 70 binoculars, Mercury and Saturn quite close together. And next. On the 25th as well, so here's the conjunction between Mercury and Saturn, but on the 25th, you'll be able to see with the unaided eye 4 planets, so Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury. Saturn's going to be pretty dim, but if you bring binoculars to your observing session, you'll also be able to see Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. So all of the planets will be present in the night sky just after sunset on the 25th. On the 28th, very similar, except that Saturn is going to be even tougher to see, but Mercury and Saturn will be joined by a very young, I think 28-hour-old crescent moon. So that might make a nice, if you've got a really good western horizon, that would make a nice photo opportunity. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect western horizon. Yeah. 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 So if anyone lives near the Bay of Fundy and get down to the Fundy shore, that would be a good spot. Next, please. Zodiacal light. February, March are times in which after sunset, you can see the zodiacal light. So that's the sun reflecting off dust, sunlight reflecting off dust in the plane of the ecliptic. And a good time would be around the 14th, so Valentine's Day. It's not showing up, but zodiacal light is about here. And Venus is going to be right in the middle of it. So again, a nice photo opportunity. This is an image I took of zodiacal light a few years ago at 9 Mile River. So you have to get out where it's fairly dark, but you can see this pyramid coming up into the sky. So after sunset, if you have dark skies, when there's no moon present, have a look either this month or next month, and you don't need to stay up late to see this. If you wait for the fall viewing, you'll need to get up early because you have to see it before sunrise. Next one, please. Okay, winter constellations are in Explore the Universe are Auriga, Gemini, Taurus, Orion, Canis Major, and Canis Minor. You can see them all if you orient yourself between the southeast and the south. Next. And stars, winter stars, are listed here: Sirius, Capella, Rigel, Procyon, Betelgeuse, Aldebaran, Pollux, and Castor, circled. So you have to identify those for Explore the Universe. Next. Deep sky object for this month. I've got a couple. Seven Sisters, the Pleiades, you can't miss it, even in if you're in the suburbs of Halifax and you look up, you can pick out with binoculars Pleiades. They give a nice wide field view. Messier 35 is a open star cluster here. And the challenge is, if you're looking at Messier 35, look for the smaller open star cluster next to it, NGC 2158.
Much better image.
Yes, yeah, that didn't. The NGC 2158 shows up well, but the M35 is kind of lost. Double star for this month, Explore the Universe, is this particular one, 17 Coma A and B in Coma Berenices. It's a multiple star system, and this is what it looks like with binoculars. So stars are pretty close together in the Coma star cluster. And next, that's it for this month in the night sky. Are there any questions?
Please hang up and try again.